Right, welcome back to Knowledge and welcome to Crowley Connections Part 2. And after that first Crowley Connections, right, I was looking at some Alistair Crowley. And I've come across this piece, right. Who is Alistair Crowley? See, I was Jack the Ripper, right? Of course, Jack the Ripper was fake, right? Jake, fake, Jake the fake. And so this is Hex. Obviously this Crowley was one of the greatest hexers of the 20th century. Right? And there's hundreds of theories about this Jack the Ripper. Well, of course, it's all hex, right? The whole thing is a hex, hex on hex on hex, over and over again, right? But this one is quite interesting. He claimed that the true identity of Jack the Ripper was Helena Blavatsky. Right? Helena Blavatsky. And Helena Blavatsky is to do with the Theosophical Society, right? Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. The motives of the murders was to obtain occult powers. Of course, there's no such thing as you can murder 1 million people and you get the occult powers type of thing. You know what I mean? And of course, very interesting works by this Helena Blavatsky, right? H.P. Blavatsky. Of course, taking 777 here. And the secret doctrine, right? The secret doctrine, like the doctor. So the medicine idea and the train, the train and the try. So again, another tea drinker, like obviously, right? Helena Blavatsky. And the Theosophy movement, right? Obviously the TH. But as you can see from that, definitely a tea drinker, right? Definitely a trance. Of course, when you had like this Blavatsky into Theosophy, Crowley was into Thoth or something, So obviously, both TH people don't know what the TH is all about, right? Of course, the TH is this idea, right? And I pointed it a few times, like. And also codes into this idea, Templum of, well, that means Temple of Jerusalem, basically. Right? The Temple of Jerusalem. So Temple of Jerusalem is a metaphor for a trans body. Obviously it's not like a physical place on out Jerusalem. It's an idea of a trans body, right? Of course, they called that country Israel. And it was created in 1948 after the Balfour Declaration, wasn't it? So it's not to do with that country, it's to do with basically being a trans. And then, Temple of Jerusalem, it's like a spiritual idea. Of course, these people are in the spiritual stuff and all that, right? Again, Helena Blavatsky, right? There's a lot of code in the lava. You got the lava idea, like the molten again, right? And it's like the lava, like the whales idea again, right? The lava. But that wasn't the sort of birth name, that was a marriage name or something, right? And of course, the Masonic, hand signals there, like, no doubt about it. 777 and 6, basically, like, isn't it? And the was born as Han, right, or Han, or so again, like John, or like John the Baptist, or the hand idea and all that, right? But of course, the secret doctrine, 1888. A lot of codes, course, I love the TH. Masters of the Ancient Wisdom. A lot of like stuff like this. And the seven, the Shaktis. So obviously, the basically coming from transes, like, of course, nice hex, nice T, a couple of sevens, the snake eating its own tail thing, very, very good, right? The T roof. So, of course, that hex, that hex by Crowley. This was the Jack the Ripper, of course, it's just, hex on hex. It's part of the sort of occult trans network and all that, see. There's a lot of hexes going on and all that. Hindu reform movement. Of course, like the New Age ideas, like getting rid of the old age or the old race of mankind and replacing it with a New Age. And the New Age. Of course, that's in the word agenda, and that, right? Like agenda. A lot of stuff about agenda, right? So of course you see a lot of hex, hex about things like this, globalist agenda and stuff, right? An agenda, but in the word agenda, you see, it's age. So it's just a changing of ages type of thing, like stuff like the Aquarian age and the age of Horus and all, So it's like the old age and the new age, and the new world order and the new age thinking and the new age spirituality movements and that thing. So it's all like coming from these transes basically. All this stuff's hex. You know what I mean? It's total hex. Interestingly, right, sticking with a TH, right? You've got this Wells Crowther. Wells Crowther, who was meant to be a firefighter in the 9/11s. Look at the code in that May, so that's 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, and 7. Born 77. And then 42 on the supposed age of death on the 9/11 event. So for your hex or your G, you know what I mean? So this is total hex, like, you know what I mean? The Crowthers. And his father there just happens to be an American artist and writer. Very, very prestigious background at Princeton and all the rest. See what I'm saying? So you reckon he was like a fireman, that kid? I doubt it. See what I mean? Bosley Crowther. And 777 code. March 7. An American journalist, writer and film critic for the New York Times, see? Funny how that kid's supposed to be like just a, firefighter. He's related to this prestigious, upper class family of tea drinkers. Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem, like the Charles Windsor, Prince of Wales idea, right, in Forsyth County. Salem, like the Wales, Twin City, founded on cooperation. Very Masonic, eh? Sticking with these Crowthers, right? Leslie, right? Leslie and the Crowther. In the excellent order of the British Empire. February 6th, 1933. Died in Bath at 30, a 666 quid. Leslie Crowther. The Royal Academy of Music. Similar type of thing what they all had, saying like a background in acting and dramatics and all that. And black and white minstrel show. And crackerjack. Yeah, this tea I used to present all type programmes, all the way through British TV, and through the 50s, 60s, and right through the 90s or whatever. Of course, the 777 could. I know that. Total tea drinker, like. Apparently his daughter, Caroline Crowther, married Phil Lynott. The crew and the lie, the Crowley again, Crowley. I see a brick wall in the background, like. Yeah. Phil Lynott's daughter's proud to be the Thin Lizzy store. There's your TH again, read. Stores children. And they fell in love before they ever met. See what I'm saying? They put the code in. It means we're both in the tea programme. Before they ever met. They fell in love. And he has the two daughters, like. If you can call them that. And that's two tea drinkers for definitely. Back to Alistair Crowley, really. That's Alistair Crowley, really. So the sort of, all the idea about, all this sort of demon worship and all this is just like a self-created hex, it's just like that's the role he wanted to play, right? And you get all the type of hex, like this stuff. Like a fictional character on the paranormal drama series, Supernatural, all this type of garbage that spins off hex on hex. Of course, this Crowley was basically an upper class tea drinker. And probably effeminate, camp as hell and all the rest, like to dress up in, costumes and dance around and all. I've seen it's like this sort of idea spins off from it, right? All this type of garbage, like Satanist and all this, it's just absolute hex, it's hex on hex, isn't it? Like ridiculous stuff, saying it just shows like how these upper class have this sort of media in their pocket, right? All this media stuff.